It's better than going live. I'm going live here with Own Your Voice coaching program that I'm doing with Ray Fung. It's coming to the end of my 12 weeks. And am I ready? Am I ready to graduate? Can I truly own my own voice? Can I align my inner and my outer voice? That's when I have true presence and be able to speak authentically, not ramble, and say what I really want to say. Everything coming from right inside me, all my own thoughts, all my own views, my beliefs, and things that I truly believe are going to help the world, specifically women in their 30s, going to enter their 40s, to really understand there's grace in the beauty in less. You know, we don't have to believe all the wellness trends out there. Buy this, wear this, take that, build this routine, eat more supplements, eat more protein, go to the gym, take all these skincare things that we have to use for our bodies. Endless things. And we want to take care of our health. We want to look good. We want to feel good. We want that natural glow and radiance. And that's precisely what I'm saying. It's natural. You don't need all the things to get there. You don't need the products, the routines, all the different methods. You don't need to buy more stuff. You don't need to incorporate more things. In fact, you just need to take them all away. The less, the better. Less is more. Less is almost always more. And that's the beauty in less. And that's where you can find grace. And then you won't get tired. Don't get tired now, because after you've hit 40, and if you're living this certain lifestyle, you might get exhausted, especially dependent on your body composition. If you have a certain amount of protein, um, skeletal muscle, that strength in yourself, that will keep you going. That energy, the vitality, vibrance, your being. This is what you want to have and feel before you get 40, because your 40s start in your 30s. When you're 40, it's really hard. My body, it started early 40s. I started to feel it. I carried on my routine. I carried on going to the gym, but this time I didn't put too much in. I didn't do too much. When I say do too much, I didn't go so much. I didn't go for hours and hours, like 3-4 classes in a day. 3 classes, 2-3 classes in a day. No, didn't do that anymore. It was just much less. In the end, I managed to not even go to the gym and not even have a membership and just do it at home. You don't actually need to travel to the gym, change, do your gym classes, change, travel all the way back home. I mean, the whole process takes 4 or 5 hours. And then you've got to look for food if you've not prepped it. And if you've prepped it, you're probably exhausted prepping your food as well and working full time. It's a lot. And then you've got to do your beauty routine and your face. It's a lot. But when you've cut everything because you don't need so much makeup, because your skin is good, because you've eaten really well, isn't that amazing? It's amazing when you really don't have to do anything. The work days when I realized all I need to do is put a little bit of eyeshadow on, maybe a little blush and lipstick, and I'm done. Sunblock. Yeah, that's it. Just do your 3-step face routine. All you need is your toner, your serum, your moisturizer. You can skip serum in the daytime and just put it on at night. Just put on your sunblock. That's all you need. And remember to always remove your makeup at night. You know? And then I could fit my gym bag in my sling, my medium sling back to the office, because all I had was one sports bra and one pair of shorts. I didn't even need shoes. I mean, if I wanted to wear shoes, I just kept them in the office and I went to the gym at lunchtime. I bought my salad on the way to work so that when I came back after lunch, I could have it at my desk. It was there, done, ready to go. Yeah. And then meals, don't do a whole meal prep at the weekend, just cooking batches. If you're making a bunch of protein, have that ready. Have frozen vegetables in the fridge. Just build your meal from single ingredients. That's all you need. Yeah. So, anyway, I'm going through my workbook, make sure that I've not missed out some things, make sure that I have presence. So, presence helps me to connect with the people, not get caught up in perfectionism. And if I have real presence, I can go off script if I need to. And I can respond nimbly to the energy of the audience. And if I have presence, I can flow better in conversations, be more grounded and present, hold myself, yeah, knowing that my opinions are valuable and I can speak to contribute meaningfully. And I want to be able to lead the people that are like-minded, my tribe, and lead them through the conversation intentionally and succinctly. I'm hoping at the end of my Own Your Voice journey, I will stop rambling and I will be able to process the thoughts in my head and be able to say what I want to say. Is prep the only way? The PREP, the point, reason, example, point, and is the only way to make it trans, a transformational experience. Yeah. So here I'm looking through what I've got. My unique voice map, my work, physical and metaphorical. So physical is my tone and my quality, my word choice and my style, specific words I want to use, expression and emotion, being able to infuse feeling into my voice, especially for telling stories and connection, pace and rhythm, pauses and articulation and enunciation, clarity and precision of speech, including diction and ability to project words. So, my metaphorical unique voice is a reflection of my worldview, defining and articulating the unique voice is a path to experiencing who we are. So, my identity, who I am as a person, and my unique lived experience. My presence is my energy and my vibe, how I show up the most naturally, and my skills and expertise would be my unique abilities and my knowledge that I have to offer. Yeah, I like that. And my truths, my values. Yes, I have my truths and my values of honesty, integrity, authenticity. It has to be real. And I have totally got my opinions, my own spiky point of views as well about living a lifestyle with less, being frugal, especially in Singapore, using everything we own, not over consuming, not overdoing, not overthinking, being organized in such a way that when things happen, life is happening to us. Sorry, not life is happening for us, not life happening to us, especially in bad situations. So I need to do something that I haven't been doing and I need to practice that. And I'm telling you all now that I need to activate myself so I use my voice daily. So now I'm supposed to be going on Instagram stories every day and doing invitations. But here we go. I haven't done that. And now I'm on this YouTube live, my very, very, very first one ever. So, how to activate my unique voice daily. From now on, whether you are creating content, introducing yourself at an event, or soft selling in conversations, ask myself, how does my unique voice play a role? What stories or examples can I share that will activate my unique voice? I had some. I had some so that when I'm in a networking or a situation, I can share um, my own little story about um, that telling people that um, we've been tricked our whole life, we've been scammed into thinking that a good life means that we need more. So, more stuff, more appointments, more routines, more everything, right? But actually, that's completely not true because the more we have, the more exhausted we become, the more we have to manage, and the more money we use, and the less time we have, the more effort we have to put into maintaining everything. So that's completely rubbish. And I mentioned that some of my own superpowers that I developed by just cutting everything out from my life because I love the asceticism that the monks live. Um, the monks, right? In their monasteries. They live this ascetic life where they don't need anything, and they have this routine. I love routine where they wake up and they pray and they do some work and then they pray and they do some more work and then they pray, but they get everything done in the day and they have no distractions. And the place is so neat and tidy, and they have very, very, very little things. I just love that. So one of my unique superpowers is being able to pack for 2 weeks on a carry-on and go anywhere in the world, no matter what weather. So I can do it in wintertime and I can go to a faraway country where I need to wear a lot of clothes. And the other superpower that I developed is that I can get through the gym shower faster than the guys. I'm in and out before they're done. Yeah. And I'm a girl. Go figure. Yeah, so there's a couple of things that, that really hit home when you think about everything you purchase, especially after COVID when buying things online got so easy. Yeah. And there's a lot of things I don't use anymore. Like, who wears high heels anymore? Hardly wear dresses. I'm mostly in my activewear. Yeah. And I don't apply makeup. Yeah. I find that even a lipstick will do. The lipstick can go here, can be a blush if you really need it. And if I just want to put together this a little bit of eyeshadow, that's what you need. And then your hair, well, there's nothing much you need to do to your hair, right? Just get everything done permanently and it's done. Okay, it's getting dark. Will I end this live stream? 'Cause I can't really see now. Short story introduction. Do I want to do a short story? Story mining, the moment, challenges and obstacles, greater wisdom and purpose. Story mining presentations. So, tell me about a moment, story in your life, or the lowest moments, or obstacles and challenges, and greater purpose and life wisdom. What did this instance teach you? Yeah, can do that. Core practices. Yeah. So my daily insights, my morning connection routine, not too bad, not shabby. I do my daily priming. Daily insight, yeah. Intentional consumption, unique voice tracking. Forgot to do that. Track my positive and my negative thoughts. Nighttime reflection. I forgot to do that. I think I need to just get back to it. Didn't self coach. every single day for unique voice tracking. And self-coaching, observe my thoughts, ask myself questions, challenge my beliefs, and anchor on truths. Okay, that's good. Let me switch on the light and I can go into book number 2. Give me a second. Oh, I'll be back. Whoa. Okay, all the lights are back on. Oh, this is better. I think I don't need to hold up my book here. I can just lie here. And you want to see my dog? Video? Yeah, that's you. Say hi. You're on YouTube Live. Right, how about Giacomo? Do you want to be on YouTube Live too? There you go. You're on YouTube Live too. Do you see yourself? Oh, was that fun? Okay, guys, just sit down and be good, okay? Come on, sit. Yeah, good boy. Where's Gubio? All right, so, okay, let's carry on here. I'm on book 2 now. Got some light streaming down on me. Okay, let's see if I can move that. No, try this. Maybe that'll work. Yeah. Okay, so this is book number 2, which is day 2 of the bootcamp. If you're considering going for Own Your Voice, do it. I'm in the membership now, so after this is over very, very soon, I'm going to continue. Okay, so what have we got under week 2? Voice of influence. Week 1 was all about, let me go back. The foundation of self-trust. So let me recap again what happened in week 1. It was the voice in your head. So identifying the root thought of that. Conditioning, self-coaching, and the game plan was to build a relationship with your inner voice. I'm reading out the contents here. And the second part of week 1 was to create a world, because your world reflects your brand and your reputation. And there's a section called transactional versus tribe. So what we want to do is attract our own tribe and not go by the ways of the world. And because the ways of the world are highly transactional. The only thing that I didn't do that was transactional in the ways of the world is use people, because that's just horrible. Using colleagues. People do that in Singapore. I can't believe they do that. And inviting your right people. So that's attracting your audience, your target audience, your tribe, because your own customers, as in like, they will be like you, they will respect you, they will honor your values. Google listening to me here. You want to see? Here, see? Okay, you're listening to me. I'm telling a story. Do I sound like I'm telling a story? Yeah? Do I sound like I'm telling a story? Yeah? You're listening to my story? Good boy. Okay. So, and then it talked about the unique voice map, which is your work, your unique voice physical, your unique voice metaphorical, your spiky point of view, and the game plan on how to activate your voice daily. And then there's some exercises which I actually didn't do. Short story introduction. Maybe I should do them. I should do everything so that I can see what resonates better with me and have a chance to try out, and also what resonates with my audience. And then story mining is for self-awareness and improving storytelling skills. Maybe I'm gonna. In fact, I'm going to open that up and look through it again because I didn't do it. Oh dear. Oh, time's flown. I've been on this live stream for 20 minutes. I think I just want to watch it back, see if it's fun. This is an Amarone. Opened it a few days ago. It's lovely. And I don't feel fragile here because, yeah, Gubio. It's Giacomo, yeah. Plastic glass. Oh, yeah. You don't like wine. Okay, so short story self-introduction. Structure number 1 would be this. Today I am, and describe what you want to do, or to describe what you do. Then surprising fact. Unlike other bloop, bloop, I focus on bloop, bloop. Story. X years ago, this happened, which helped me see subject, industry, life in a different light. I decided that, how I approach things differently, and call to action. How people can come along for the journey. If you are, describe my right people. So maybe what I should do. Hey, let me try it off the cuff. Today, I am the creator of the beauty in less. And unlike other people, I don't wear underwear. I don't wear shoes when I work out. I don't wear makeup anymore. I can put my gym bag in my handbag and go to the office. Yeah, I focus on simplicity. And it happened more than 10 years ago. And it helped me see that we don't need more. We absolutely don't. And we can discover grace through the beauty in less. And I decided that I will tell you girlies to do this. Come along, follow me. If you're in your 30s and you're looking for a radiant life before you hit your 40s, don't want to become an exhausted auntie, you want to have muscles, you don't want to have a belly and hips and sagging boobs and sagging butt, come follow me on the journey. Actually, that's what I used to be scared of. And that's why I did push-ups. I didn't want my boobs to sag. And I didn't want my butt to hit the ground, And I don't want flabby anything. So, that's just aesthetics, but then strength. And then in church, when I volunteered, I think the biggest shock I had was when I went to visit nursing homes, and there was one lady, she was really sweet, and she had fractured her hip bone, but she hadn't fallen. I think that was the greatest shock I had. So one of the gifts I do have is the gift of hospitality, welcoming people. Although I don't volunteer as an usher in the church, I don't know why. I also don't lecture. That's something else I could do, but the ministry there is really strict. I'm not scared of going to hospital. In fact, when I was younger, I always wanted to work in a hospital. Then in the end, I ended up visiting hospitals, and I thought I liked working with elderly. But now I think I prefer the younger people. They're really fun. They listen to you. Older people have their points of views already. They're stuck in that. I don't think they want to change. Okay, so here's structure number 2. I used to describe the pains and challenges you've experienced. And after a turning point, I am now where I am today. This couldn't have happened without the mindset shifts and skill sets gained. And this is why I want to help you go from here to here. And this is why I share the work that you do, and you specifically contribute to the results you deliver. Okay, let me have a stab at this without any practicing at all. I used to be a complete junkie. So a junkie in what? Well, a beauty and cosmetics junkie, a gym class junkie, an alcoholic junkie, a foodie junkie, and I used to do it all. But when I was younger, it was fine. I had the energy. I could do it all. I could work full time. I could do all the housework without a helper. I could meal prep. I could organize parties. I used to go out and have fun. I used to also volunteer in church and go for Bible study. I used to do everything. Um, yeah, no problem. And then after turning point, after faith entering the church and faith really having grace enter into my life, I realized I didn't need so much. And I liked the lives of the monks and the nuns just not having anything and having a simple life. And I wanted to embrace that too. And I slowly did. I started just dropping all the stuff and using less stuff and realized that I saved time, money, energy, effort. Um, yeah, in doing all that. And now I want women to know that you don't need more. True radiance and grace is really experienced in less. And this couldn't have happened without me doing all this. So that's including the things that I use on the day-to-day basis in my house. So the cleaning agents, I started to use less chemicals as well, put less chemicals on my face, put less in my food, consume less chemicals too. So it applies in every single aspect of my life. And now I want to help women in their 30s, entering their 40s, drop the wellness rules, leave most of their things behind, come journey with me to a simpler, radiant life, and claim their forever body in the process, saving time, money, effort, energy, becoming vibrant and creating their own lifestyle sanctuary. Design your forever body and experience grace with the beauty of less. Okay, that's done. Okay, what have we got for story mining? Let me get this light away. Looks like Darth Vader. Oh, that's not helping. Do you like this light? Oh, it's coming to the end of half an hour. Good stream. Woo! Where are we? We're in. If you've just joined us here, it's Own Your Voice live stream. I'm going through the week 1 and week 2 bootcamp because I need revision for myself. Yeah. So, story mining. Story mining is for self-awareness and improving storytelling skills. Right. I want to become a better storyteller. Yes. Yeah. Gain greater clarity, the key message, and want to communicate with my brand. Definitely. Okay. This template will help you extract significant incidents in your life so far and craft them into powerful stories and deepen your self-understanding so you may observe the values and philosophies I live by, which will later be an integral part of building a magnetic brand. You know what? I absolutely love the sound of that. Okay, so I need to identify a moment, a story in my life, lowest moments, and the biggest joyous moments, obstacles. You know what? I'm going to change to the other side. I'm going to story mine instead for strategic branding purposes. Okay, because this is better for me because I have a clear idea of what my brand stands for, who my audience is, and the purpose for incorporating storytelling in my business and my career activities. This template will help you strategically craft stories to serve a purpose, whether it's positioning yourself as an expert or on a conference or stage, creating impactful content piece. Okay. So, I have to outline my purpose. Okay. So where do I want to use the story? What's my audience? What are their pains and their desires? What are their fears and their limiting beliefs? And what is my intended key message? So that's number one, purpose. Number two, what story? What story can I share to support this purpose or key message? And what's the emotional journey that I went on that mirrors the audience's? What obstacles did you have to overcome or progress in? What difficult actions and decisions did I have to take? And what support did I receive? And how to anchor this to a bigger vision. So, how has this grown my perspective? What did I learn from this incident that no book or podcast can teach me? And in the grand scheme of things, what matters? Help my audience to anchor on their truths and their life philosophies. What's next? Call to actions, lingering thought. Okay, let me think. By the way, after 4 days, this Amarone still tastes really good. I think people believe that they can't let go of what they have. If you let go of what you already have and you know to work, will your life crumble? Will you stop looking the way you look? Will you start aging? Will your health start deteriorating? Will you not be so well? Will you not be so successful? Will you not? Life will crumble. So, what I'm trying to tell you is that you don't need everything and you can let go. You don't need more. And it's life's going to be okay. You'll find your way. And just for letting go, you will find clarity. You will really design your own life, even a lifestyle sanctuary that I've designed for myself. A life that you don't have to escape from, where you can feel truly you, be at home. Literally, I'm at home in my home, you know? So, how did I go through this? Well, I went through living life thinking that I absolutely needed to grab hold on to everything. And that's so untrue. It's so not true. Trying to get rid of the light. It's hard. In fact, when you let go of things and you just don't have them. For example, one example is if you go and pack your bags and you go on a retreat or you go on holiday, you only can take so much with you. And when you land in the new country where you're in a new hotel room or a new resort or whatever you're staying in, a nice villa, or the room that you're in feels instantly calm because you don't have anything there. As in, like, you've only brought a limited amount of possessions to your hotel room. You sat down and life instantly feels calm because you just don't have so much physical stuff. So the amount of things surrounding you actually unconsciously clutters your mind. When you clear your space, you can think more clearly. You have that clarity because that clutter is not in the way. And that's physical. So what you want to do is bring that to your mental level as well. You want to be able to empty your mind. This is from Vanara Loth, from School of Dreamers. She's on School. Look her up. Vanara Rewired on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and she's got her own podcast as well. So empty your mind. When you empty your mind, whatever comes at you will not shake you. So she's got this unshakable formula that I also follow. It's excellent. It really works. It's beyond resilience, you know? Yeah, unshakable. Come on, become unshakable. That's what you want to do. And by living this kind of lifestyle, you realize that we're just over consuming on a day to day basis, overdoing because we've been told this routine or taking these supplements or eating more of this and that protein, you know, is going to be healthy for us. Yeah, in the grand scheme of things, that's what the world believes. But after having done less, not do it at all, I realize that the world wants you to take more, buy more, spend more, put more energy in their things because it's all commercial. When you take away everything that you don't need, you realize what you actually use, and then you realize you don't need that much. And that's where the grace comes in. So, with less chemicals on my face, less going to the gym, and being able to finally work out at home, it took me years. It wasn't easy. And to be able to cook, and to prefer a home cooked meal than going out, you know, I think I've made it. Food out there has so much additives, artificial stuff, sweeteners, fillers, you name it. It's too much oils, salts, everything. It doesn't taste great anymore when I go out to eat, unless I'm having a barbecue in good company. So those are occasions. Just most of the time, have your own food. Simple is best. Okay, next level vision. Okay, so there's a section here next called next level vision. Oh, you can actually read this. There we go. Next level vision. Let's read what that is. It's a visualization. I have to reflect 3 things. Number 1, what did I see or feel is my next level dream or vision? Number 2, what did my higher self look and feel like? So my posture, my presence, and my aura. Number 3, what words of wisdom did my higher self say to me? And there's a little quote here from Ray. Your life is your canvas. Your decisions are your brushstrokes. Your voice is your guide. There is no blueprint. There is no blueprint. Okay, core practices. Now, I'm going to go to week number 2. Week number 2 is voice of influence. Speak with presence, leave them transformed. That's what I want to do. So we've got something called our unconscious influence. And that comes with a keen curiosity about your audience's fears, doubts, goals, and dreams, especially the ones they are unconscious of. When I can visually describe their fears and their desires, they'll think, oh my God, you read my mind. That is influence. So I need to be able to read their mind. And then the bigger picture is this sort of journey. And one of the easiest ones that people can relate to is an example of a health and fitness coach. People being unaware of their problems all the way to being aware, having a desire to change, tried many methods, and already lost a lot of weight, but then plateaued. So that's their season of life. And then what they might need might be someone to show and educate them, someone to connect with them and their pain points, expert to come in and diagnose and give suggestions, clear action steps, need hope, and be reminded that they can solve their problems. I need a skilled expert, or maybe need a specialist. So there's a different journey and a different season of life that each people will be on, and they'll have different priorities and different values at that each point. I think the point here is to be clear who's the exact person I want to speak to, because that's who I'll be attracting. Yeah, I'm speaking to those in their 30s that haven't hit their 40s yet and anticipate not to get to a state where it's going to be very difficult to lose weight, to stay on top, to look good, feel good effortlessly without feeling tired and without having spent too much money and not using too many things. So the point is to design a transformative experience from the intention. I have to start off with my own personal intention. First, so that I can define measure of success. And then the professional intention will be the desired outcome. So I want to illustrate this. And then I need audience clarity. So I need to feel their situation, their pains and their desires, their goals and their priorities, and speak specifically to that. And then the context. So what is my role? What's expected of me and what's not expected of me? I have to be clear. And the most important is the state change intention. What's the transformation that I hope to deliver? And I have to use my head, my heart, and my hand. So head would be changing their mindset, their feelings from their heart, actions is a hand. So to get them on a state change from point A to point B. You can see here. It took me a while to get around this, And I understand each of the concepts separately, but putting it all together, I found it was really hard. So why now? If they don't change, what? If they do change, they are at this point in their mind and how they feel and what they do and get to the transformative state. New mindset, great feeling, and actions to do. So the action at point A would be what they're not doing, maybe. And then they should do. Yeah. It took me all the weeks to do this. And then to also incorporate the pillars together. I mean, there's just so many things to think about. By the way, owning your voice is almost like learning to play golf. Just in a single swing, you've got to think of 20 different things when you start to aim, before you swing your golf club down and whack the ball. There's 20 different things to think of at the same time. I think it's almost the same here, because now we've got to incorporate different pillars. Our ethos, to give authority and credibility. Pathos, to appeal to their emotion and use logos, so logic and reason to get there. Yeah, let's copy that in. And then we have to craft the audience journey. So, here we go. I have to incorporate everything into that. Maybe I should just jot that all down and try and get everything on a piece of paper. I think that would be easier. Yeah. And then there's different frameworks. There's just so much stuff. So it's a presentation framework, and it says it's not exhaustive. So can you see that there? So one framework example is the problem solution. So you need to have the hook, then describe the problem, help them be aware of and connect with the problem, share the consequence if this persists, offer the solution, and call to action. And story-led, the story that illustrates the problem, why this matters to them, describe the problem, help them be aware and connect with the problem, and share the consequence if this persists, and offer the solution and call to action. So that's the story-led. And finally, the third one is the old versus the new way. Recognize the old, two worlds. This is the state of the world today. Describe the old way. Share the consequences of the old. Offer the solution. Tackle objections. Call to action. So I have these frameworks here to use. But I have to, when I have my ideas, do I get my ideas to fit to the framework, or to get the framework first and then get the ideas? That's where I struggled with. Now I'm talking myself through this. It's quite funny. On a YouTube live, my first ever one. Oh my God, I've been on here for 47 minutes talking to myself. Wow, that's quite amazing. I guess I know because I'm being recorded, I'm live, that's why I keep talking. Otherwise, I'll just be silent. But hey, heck, I'm using my voice. Yay. And then another step. It's too many. I wouldn't say too many, just too many to think of at one time. Incorporate visual storytelling. Yeah, so the power of storytelling. We all know that. Words are cheap. Stories require vulnerability. Everyone knows that too. And vulnerability is the key to connection. Can't be vulnerable in every story I tell. Can't be. Stories reveal your lived experiences, and this is earned wisdom. Stories help you rally a crowd towards a common vision. Encourage your audience to step into your world. Yeah, I know that. So when you incorporate a story, ask yourself, can my audience see themselves in the story? Does my story show clear transformation before, turning point, and after? Okay, get it. So the story arc, we've got the story arc here. The plot of a story is a series of events that make up a story. There are 5 plot elements. So number 1 is exposition. So it starts with the main character, the basic setting needed to understand the story. Then number 2 is rising action, the main part of the story, where there's usually a problem. There's 3 to 4 main events. And then the climax, the turning point of the story, usually the most exciting or surprising part of the story. Failing action, the events that follow the climax leads to the solution and resolution, the end of the story where all the loose ends are tied up. You know what? I think I know what I'm going to do now. Next YouTube lives, I'm going to make them all much shorter, maybe 3 minutes each maximum, and I'm going to do something on the spot using one of these techniques. Perfect the frame and call to action is step 5. Yeah, we're still not finished. We're not done yet. We're not done. We are not done. Let's take a swig. Or a sip. Be more refined and graceful. Okay, the frame or the hook is the lens in which people receive a presentation. How can you best prepare your audience's state of mind so they can best receive? What's my role as presenter and their role as an audience member? How can they best help themselves? Okay, well, what that's essentially saying is you can introduce who you are to show your credibilities. And you can connect deeply from the audience. So, for example, after 10 years of working in HR, I have compiled the top 3 reasons why team culture breaks down and how you can prevent it. You see, that's so succinct. That just one-liner tells you who you are, why they should listen to you, and what the action points are. Oh, I like it. Let me repeat that one more time. After 10 years of working in human resource, I have compiled the top 3 reasons why team culture breaks down and how you can prevent it. Yeah, that's really powerful. Okay, the next step is to connect deeply with your audience and get them invested in your journey. So that builds emotional connection and communicates credibility. So the example was, I went from literally trembling when people, sorry, I went from literally trembling when speaking to leading rooms filled with directors and leaders. My turning point was when I learned this one thing. Well, that builds up to a climax, doesn't it? So number 3 is to give your audience an idea of what to expect and look forward to. By the end of my 30-minute presentation, you'll leave with 3 key investment strategies that you can use even if you're an amateur. Very, very succinct, straight to the point, and interesting. And the 4th part is teaches your audience how to act or learn when you speak. So these are all examples, sorry, they're not sequential. Before I begin, you need to know that whatever I share is based on my experience. The biggest part of being a leader is self-leadership. So I invite you to learn through the context of your goals and challenges. And then you need a CTA, a final memorable statement. What is the last most important thing that you want to leave with them? How can they take action? So what now? Yeah. An important point here is that people don't remember your expertise. They remember the moments where you touch their heart. Yeah, it's true. People don't remember what you did, what you said, whatever. People remember how you make them feel. That's a famous quote by the lady, I forgot her name. Okay, so the golden state, how to prepare yourself before speaking. Be clear of your intention and focus on it. You need to know your audience, your context, your message clarity. Speaking mindset, the focus is presence. You're a human speaking to a human. Do not degrade yourself or your audience to a bunch of credentials and labels. Music, movement, affirmations, they'll help you before you need to start speaking. And to surrender. Control what you can control, the rest have faith. Okay, that's great. Okay, powerful delivery techniques. You know what? I think before the hour comes up, I'm going to finish this. So, powerful delivery techniques. Here we go. Presence and posture. Embody your brand presence. This is how you'd like people to experience you. When standing on stage, notice any unconscious habits like rocking back and forth or unnecessary pacing. Train yourself to stay grounded with 2 feet shoulder apart. That's a good one. With hand gestures, the key is to place the power in your fingertips, not your wrist. Articulation, clarity of pronunciation. This is how crisp and clear your words sound. For most of us, we improve in this area drastically when we simply open our mouth bigger when we speak. A lot of us have this tendency to speak very small, as if we don't want to open our mouth too much. Okay. And the exercise would be exaggerated storybook reading. Oh, wait, I'm doing that right now. Okay, so I'm practicing at the same time. I'm going live. I'm doing my ask with examples on the cuff, off the cuff. Okay, so this 1 hour on YouTube Live is not wasted. Okay, projection. Let your energy and voice fill the space, not just to the people in front of you. If you're speaking in a crowd, you really want to throw your voice out to the edge of the room. If you're speaking to a small group or one-to-one, imagine you're in a vacuum bubble with them. So the exercise would be laugh out loud. Ha 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 ha. Oh, you're on the pillow. Oh, okay. Emotion. Emotions seen through your voice. facial expressions, and undeniably through your energy. Okay, I get that one. Practice. Grow your ability to channel emotions into your words. Yeah. Because we don't allow ourselves to feel and express enough. Let ourselves do that and practice infusing it through our words. Haven't I been doing that the whole time here or most of the time? Okay. Vocal variety. Verbal highlights. Voice, tone, and body of language shifts that raise impact instantly are tone, distinct attitude or personality conveyed through your voice. Pregnant pause, a longer than usual pause. Okay, I think I realized that I have not paused in this whole entire YouTube live. Pace, speed of speech. Emphasis, using your voice to highlight or stress on specific words to convey importance or intensity. So the exercise is shape shift your voice with intention. How do I want my audience to feel? How can I shape shift my voice to deliver that feeling? All right. Okay, next steps. Okay, this was done in my Notion. Okay, bonus brand blueprint. Okay, we've got 57 minutes. Okay, 3 more minutes before the hour. I can do it. I can do it. Okay, your brand is an alignment of who you are with how people view you. Very simple. Look at your unique voice. Is this how people perceive you? If not, how can you communicate it better? Who is people? Who are the people you want to connect with? So to choose, step one is to choose what you want to talk about. So it's 3 topics, themes, or niches. Yes? Ruby wants to say something. What do you want to say? Okay, running out of time. Okay, so, and then step 2 is ways people can experience my brand. So if it's offline, networking events, create my own community events, one-to-one coffee chats. Yeah, I've done those already, so I'm glad. Social media platform, yeah. Content, webinars, live sessions. Well, yes, coming soon. I think I want to do a webinar too, a live. Choose 3 mediums where I'll commit to. Choose formats that I'll feel the least resistance. Yeah. Yeah. So it could be offline, create my own community events, or it could be online, Instagram videos and email list, writing long form. Yeah, all those, blog, websites. This is great. Content pillars. So the first 3 were my themes. Then it's content pillars. I already got my content pillars. 1, 2, 3, 4. Meals, movement, mess, and mind. Yeah. And formats. Testing formats out. It's important. So I think this is the most important part. And I'm reading it right now. So this is going to go over an hour. It's fine. It's good. Yes, doggy. Gubio, do you have something to say? It's time to go out? Wait. Give me 5 minutes, okay? All right. Yeah. I think I know what's happening. I have not tested my formats. Here we go. First one. The reframe. The intent is to take a common belief and flip it. I'm just going to go through them one by one. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that on my YouTube live. Yeah, get it out there. So the old belief and the new truth, why it matters, benefits, consequences, ways to start. The goal isn't about misconception, common misconception. It's about being real solution. And then the problem isn't, which is a common misconception. And number 2, it's the real problem here. And then here, an unpopular truth about theme. Yeah. Okay. I can do. So these are this is under perspective shift formats. So the other perspective shift format, number 2, is mental model. I can go with an intent, name and explain how something works in a simple structure. Format A versus format B. And then examples would be inner voice versus outer voice, applause seeking versus impact driven success. And then the other one would be analysis or reaction videos. Intent. Analyze, comment, or react to a current piece of content data and share with us what we can learn from it. Oh, yeah, that's the one that's really common amongst YouTubers. Yeah, I'm trying to think about doing that. Okay, so that is perspective shifting formats. Second one is identity-based formats. If this is you posts, so the intent is to describe a very specific internal experience your audience is going through. So this way your audience self-identifies without you telling them who they are. So the more specific, the better. So example would be, if you're earning way above your peers, but still feel guilty for taking a break, or if you articulate in your head, but blank out when you speak, before and after. I think I should do this on YouTube, better than Instagram, right? I do shorts. Yeah, I should put my Instagram reels on shorts, YouTube shorts. Before and after identity shifts. Intent, showing you a client before and after transformation. That's the most obvious testimonial of transformation. Yeah, that's one of the most obvious. Number 2 is inner dialogue scripts. Intent, you literally write down your unspoken thoughts people have in their heads. Example, what if they think I'm stupid? Or they probably don't respect me. Have you ever felt this way? Yeah, so those are identity-based formats. Number 3 is stories, relevant origin stories. The first time I bloop, 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 it was when bloop, bloop, bloop. Growing up, I was taught bloop, bloop, bloop. Yeah, so those are origin stories. And then we have a moment that changed everything. Incident happened. That was the day I realized, lesson learned. Or documenting or writing vlog style with behind the scenes. Yeah. 30. Oh, this is good. I should just follow these. Do all these. Yeah. 30. Opinionated takes. Intent. Share an opinion that could ruffle some feathers. For example, spiky point of view. And examples. Here's what most people get wrong about ... Or you can do boundary content. The intent is to express your standards and your boundaries by communicating what you won't allow or tolerate. For example, this will not work for blah, blah, blah. This isn't for people who want a quick fix. Yeah. Or being visionary. The intent is to share your predictions and your observations. So you can say, the future of leadership isn't, it's this. Okay, excellent. I missed this out. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that with story mining. And I'm going to practice every day. Do it on Instagram Live? Yeah. Okay, I'm done. Right, how do I end my stream? Okay, thank you everyone for listening today. We're done with my Owning My Voice live stream, which was going through 2 days of bootcamp, reading it out. And the main point was revision for myself and seeing what I missed out. It's been great for me. Thank you all for listening. See you at the next live stream. Bye. Oh. Clara Skin Bar. Simply live and glow. That's my brand promise. My brand is Clara Skin Bar. My brand promise is to simply live and glow. I'm Shireen Clara, creator of Clara Skin Bar, where I help women simply live and glow, cut through the wellness rules, and thrive in their version of their forever body, experiencing grace in the beauty and less. Ciao.